Welcome back. Welcome back. This is still One in the Morning. From sports, now we are switching gears to look into a matter that is affecting every one of us, but that could create opportunities for many of us. Are you looking for a career, somewhere that you would build a career in? Well, we want to tell you about cybersecurity. And that is why I'll be bringing you cybersecurity experts, and they are young people. That is the beauty about this. So they're young in their career, but they have a lot of information. So one of the guests is here with me now. One will join us as we go. Let me introduce to you Glory Njeru. She is a cybersecurity specialist and a freelancer. She has worked with SMEs and startups, but she will tell us more about that. Karibu sana, Glory.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have you with us. So I want you to tell us more about what you do.
Okay, basically, as cybersecurity specialist, I mostly deal with SMEs, that is small, medium enterprises. That is because I saw a gap in that field, the misconception that only big companies need the cybersecurity technology to be implemented. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
Yes.
Because when you hear most times when we're talking about cybersecurity, it's really the big companies that implement. Make sure you have a specialist. Make sure you have security. Make sure you have. But even the small, medium enterprises need.
They need
the
it.
same.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to get our viewer to understand what cybersecurity is, mtu mwenye ako green, ailewi how they come together. Anajua cyber ni place watu wananga kubrowse. Security is security. So how do they two come together? So what is cybersecurity?
So cybersecurity, it's a field in tech. We use it to data protection and to avoid unauthorized access, whereby if you don't have access, you don't need to penetrate in these enterprises. Yeah. So you implement the right security strategies to ensure everything is secure.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, it's the security against hacking into company systems.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And we don't have to go far. It can be just your phone. Especially, I don't know if you have access or you have received these phone calls. They tell you, I'm from Safaricom and your line has been registered 2 times. And these people, they have your name, and you realize, how did they even get to your name?
Okay.
Yeah, and also the SMS is weka kwa hii number. Yes.
I think kama uja receive you're not Kenyan. You are not Kenyan, you cannot be.
Yeah.
I think just recently I received a call from someone. And they just call with proper English or proper Swahili. Welcome and get English. This is Stephanie. So I'm calling from Safaricom. So I hung up very fast. It's quite a time yake because the number doesn't show number ya Safaricom. You would know number ya Safaricom.
Yeah.
So akipiga inaonyesha how was it? I don't know amejisave through call like Safaricom, but it's not Safaricom.
Yeah.
So and then akapiga nikamwambia, I know you're calling. Akaanza kunitukana. Those people are very annoying, and they're there. Or you get yourself sending money to someone because mtu amekwambia. I also got that. This 2026 what waliniamulia on January. Was it January 1st? Mtu alituma message. We have changed the rent account number. Please send to this. Ignore previous payment details. Send to this. So if you do not look at it keenly, you would think your agent or someone amechange account details zako. So you just go ahead and pay to your rent to a new account, and then even pesa yako ipote, because they give you an account and you're gonna bank account. It looks legit. The message looks very well laid out. So those are examples of you know, the cybersecurity issues that we are having in our country. So not necessarily for businesses, but even for individuals. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how, for individuals now they know, but for businesses, how does it play out?
Okay, so you'll realize when you're working with a business owner, you realize the only knowledge they have is that their systems or their computers, they just need the antivirus thingy. Like, bora iko na antivirus niko sawa, you get. So like, you have to ensure you explain it to them that somewhere one day you don't need to ignore this. And you, especially even for the digital marketing, because most of these businesses, they deal with digital marketing and they have social medias, right? And you'll realize they overuse one password for every account. And that is a breach that a hacker can find it vulnerable and penetrate and have that unauthorized access. Yes, even for emails, you'll find a business owner has an email from 2020 and it has the same password. They haven't done the normal staying up to date where you need to keep changing your password for more security. Okay. Yes.
So that is one of the vulnerabilities or areas of vulnerabilities, the password.
Yeah.
Same password that the company uses time and again. But what are the dangers in the digital? You've mentioned digital marketing.
Yes.
So what are the dangers in the digital marketing space if a company does not have security?
For like for digital marketing, let's use the Wi-Fi that they use. If this Wi-Fi is insecure or they're using a public Wi-Fi because they find Wi-Fi to be a business expense that they can save cost on, so you find they are using these vulnerable Wi-Fis that don't have a layer of security. Also, you'll realize these businesses, they have finance, they have social medias, they have their customer database, and they are using that same password for all of them. And there's also the email, especially email marketing. You'll find an employee, their employee cannot identify the phishing emails, and they just click any link that comes to their emails, and that exposes them to cyber attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, another way for the small businesses, you might find they have remote workers, and there's this tunnel where they allow their workers to just give information to just anyone. And okay, let me give an example like a cyber cafe. When you're going to do your e-citizen applications, you find easy cyber cafes, they have very old computers and they have not updated their security, so they are very vulnerable. So you as the client, when you're going to use these computers in the cyber cafe, you realize you're leaving your personal info in these computers, and that's a great vulnerability that gives space to cyber attacks. Okay. Yes.
Now, when you're using a cyber cafe, how do you ensure that you're still safe?
First, ensure this cyber cafe, their Wi-Fi has a layered security, like not just the normal one. And a way they can do that is using a VPN that usually ensures or monitors your online activities. and it provides an extra layer of security. And then are these people using easy computers za kitambo? Because easy computers za kitambo, they don't do updates on them.
Okay, they don't have the regular update.
So when you're the lack of regular updates gives a pathway or a vulnerability to these cyber attacks. Also, when you're done with using that cyber cafe, ensure you're regularly updating your passwords, because you don't know who will get access to your personal information. Na unaweza dhani umelog out na hauja log out.
Okay. Yes. Interesting. Now, some people usually say they are terrible. Okay, and it's true for many people. They're terrible with remembering passwords.
Yes.
Then how can they? So some people end up saving passwords on their phone, somewhere on their phone. But isn't that still, you know, a security issue? If can it be that someone can access password that you've saved either on Google, either somewhere that because now when you're consistently changing your password, you might, unless you're very good with your memory, you might not be able to remember every time. So how would you advise?
I don't think it hurts to write it down, and for these passwords, ensure we use different ways to ensure it's a strong password. And the first thing, you ensure at least it has 8 characters or 12 characters. Ensure you have numbers in your password, and take advantage of the uppercase and the lowercase, and include special characters in your passwords, because it's very hard for people to guess on search. Yes. So ukitumia your birthdays ama phone numbers, utapatikana siku moja.
Yeah, you'll just find yourself, what's happening? My bank cleared. You wonder how that went about. Now, looking at all this, we also understand that there are different types of hacking. So in as much as the cyber attacks, that's black hacking, and then I understand that there's white hacking. So help us understand that.
Okay. When we are naming hackers, we use those terms. There's a black hat hacker, there's a white hat hacker, and we also have a gray hat hacker.
Okay.
So a white hat hacker ni mwenye amelipwa to do an access to your security system to ensure it's not penetratable. A black hat hacker, it's someone with malicious intents, and they can have the unauthorized access to the security, and they hack because they need to do something bad. Yes.
Okay.
And then the gray hat hacker, it's someone with an unauthorized access, but they are just curious about the system. They don't want to do anything wrong in that system.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is quite interesting, and at this point I just want to engage you, our audience, right here on this. What are your thoughts on cybersecurity, especially when it comes to hacking? Did you know about the 3 types of hackers that are there, and which one do you want to be? Are you a gray hacker? You're here, you're there. Are you a white hacker where you are a specialist, like she is, like Lori? Or are you a black hacker where you just want to do some crazy stuff when doing here? The experiences we've had, even with our government system, eCitizen was hacked at some point. So just getting back to you, Glory.
Yes.
That was the kind of now black hat hacking. You hack for a malicious reason, right?
Yes.
Okay. Na kuna wale, I don't know where to place them. I remember, was it during the Gen Z protest period, there are these hackers, I forget their name, they have an account on Twitter, like they're known, like they're hackers, and they usually like send they hack different systems, different countries, governments, and they like sort of threaten them because they're not. Yeah, they're called anonymous. I have been reminded. They kind of threaten the governments if they're doing things that are not right with the society. You know, so it's kind of for good but still bad. Where is that placed?
You can't you can't commit a crime and say you're doing it for the good. Even the government does something bad and say it's for the wananchi. As long as this is a system you're not authorized to access, that's hacking.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's still black hat hackers.
Yes.
Even if
even if the intention
is good.
Yes.
Okay, it's like killing. You can't say you're killing for good. I'm killing because this person is bad, so let me kill them.
Killing is killing.
Yeah, it's still
cheating
like
is cheating. Yes.
Okay, I get that. So there's white, there's black, and there's gray. Now, for you, just for the purpose of clarity, where do you fall so that people understand what you do?
If I'm supposed to access the system to ensure it's secure, I would say I'm an ethical hacker. But I don't have those resources for the white hat hacker.
You are an ethical
hacker.
Come again. So if you want to access a system to just ensure it's secure?
It's secure. You have the permission to access this system. Yes. We call it ethical hacking.
So I can access like the system?
Yeah, if sasa kama you have like a website or your financial accounts, and then to ensure they are completely safe. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's ethical hacking.
Yes. So you ensure there are no vulnerabilities, like anywhere mtu anaweza pitia, like they cannot penetrate in this. Yeah.
How is that different with white hacking?
I'll say it's the caliber-ish. Unajua, they have more access, they have facilities to do those stuff.
The white hacking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's just the level that's different.
Yeah.
All right. I totally get it. So why is it important for companies because I know we are talking about careers in this space, but I want people to understand what it is about, what cybersecurity is about before you tell us about the careers, what they can study for and all. I want you to tell us why should businesses get an expert, a specialist like you to help them look into their system, ensure there's security and all?
Okay, the first thing is everything is digital now, and everyone is expanding to ensure they have a digital footprint, and you'll find everything is switching. Yeah, so when these businesses, they are looking for investors will ask you, do you have a website? Do you have a social media account? Can I go online and find all your systems, your accounts, your revenues? Are they digitally available for me to look at them and do an analysis and see if I can invest in your business? Yeah, so alafu pia the future is technology, right?
Yeah.
And we are in an era where there is artificial intelligence. You don't know how you're going to find AI being used against you.
Yeah.
Let me give an example. Tuseme you know someone from the village and you know their kids, and maybe this kid is like abroad or something. I can put his image on an AI and just manipulate it, look like a kidnapping, and then I send it to the person in the village and ask for a ransom. So that's an AI being used against you.
Yeah.
So as much as everything, all this digital is expanding, you need to ensure you're also investing in cybersecurity. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it is very vital for any company if you want
Yes.
to your things to be safe. If you
Yes.
want to see growth in your company,
Yep.
then invest in cybersecurity. And how is that investment like? Is it a one-time thing that you get? You get a specialist to check your system, ensure it's tight enough, or is it you hire now a cybersecurity specialist to be part of your company as any other employee?
I need to clarify something. Cybersecurity is not a one-person job. Everyone is responsible. It's the same way you'll say sales in a company, they're for one person, but everyone is responsible for sales. So as much as you want to hire a cybersecurity specialist, ensure your employees, the rest when you appear they are not in the technical part, they have some awareness on cybersecurity. You ensure they know how to identify things like phishing emails. And then to expanding to like a cybersecurity specialist, you need to be ready to accept, you need regular updates, you need an extra layer of security that might cost money, and you don't have to find it an unnecessary business expense because you need it. And also they need to also conduct a scenario where if this were to happen, what am I going to do about it? And you have to train everyone in the company to know.
So yeah, the role is there. It's an active role there for of the specialist,
Yes.
ensuring that everyone in the company
Can
is
tell.
skilled enough to counter any attack that might arise.
Yes.
Okay, great. So that is what that is about, and I'll come back to you to even tell us about artificial intelligence. You know how it's come, how it's disrupted that space, and everything. But as per now, I told you we had two guests that will be joining us. So the other guest has just arrived, and I want to introduce him. He's Newton Masai, a cybersecurity expert. Karibu sana Newton.
Asante sana.
All right. I want you to tell us more about what you do as an expert.
Okay, as you have been told, my name is Newton Masai. I'm a cybersecurity expert. No, I decided personally to take on the cybersecurity because of one thing. We love many people today. You walk along the world, along the schools, and because of the relationship to career, many people will love to do computer science, information technology. I think that is where now the society is today. Now, but when it comes now to this information, when it is now aired online, you'll find that most of the data is being tracked, and you'll find that it is more whereby people can get linked, they can lose data, you can get information that is not well off informed. So I personally decided that let me do cyber security in order so that we can protect our data. You know, cyber security is just an act of protecting data, and also we have got networks and any other from digital attacks.
Okay.
So I did cybersecurity in order so that we can protect our systems, we can protect our data, we can protect our network in order so that we can make this network available and it can be of importance and used to other people.
All right. Great. Thank you very much. We're actually just going to switch gears into that space, into the career space. We had started with getting to understand what cybersecurity is, and we'll also get into, you've mentioned the issue to do with data, data security, privacy, and there's a lot to that as well. But let me come back to you, Glory, just to ask about the career itself. So do you believe that this is a great space for young people to venture into? Someone who's asking, you know, I don't know what I really want to do, but do you think that this is a good area? Some people think that with technology, especially AI, there are many jobs that have been taken away.
Yes.
But is this one of the jobs that will be taken away by AI? Is it replaceable, or is it a good place to venture?
Cybersecurity is not replaceable by AI. What AI does, it helps with automation. When I mentioned like the regular updates, you use AI to help you do those regular updates. Yes, but generally I don't think we will be replaced by AI. Yes.
Okay, because it needs the human diligence to check through those areas.
Yes.
But can AI be used to, you know, used as a weapon to attack a company?
Yes, but there are regulations that create these AIs. For example, I don't know if you have tried to prompt an AI and then the ChatGPT tells you this is not going with the company policies.
Okay.
Unless these people create their own AI, not the general AIs, then it can be used by a weapon.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I totally hear you on
Yes.
that one. Let me also ask you the same. Do you think that this is a great space for young people to venture in? I know you've supported that, but you know, are there opportunities? Wakimaliza, kuna wale watoto wanataka mimi nataka nikisoma nimalize kampuni nipate job.
Yes.
Are there opportunities?
Okay, first of all, I would like to encourage anyone who is listening to this that please allow our children, allow the students to take on the cybersecurity. As we have been told, cybersecurity, you can't replace cybersecurity. I can never replace. Do you know the main disadvantage of a computer? We are being told a computer will never reason. And AI is in the form of a computer. Now, we must know that in AI, it just detects information, and that is what a program that a person has made in order to perform a certain task. So to me, AI will never replace the cybersecurity, but it only detects. Now, meaning when you have got the AI, it only assists when detecting where there is a problem, so that we can be able to fix. So on the career of the cybersecurity, there are many careers under that one. Like for example, you can find the other day, the government was looking for people because there's something that happened to the system. There is this type of attack known as the DDoS, whereby those distributed of denial of information. So you find like the system was down, people could not make even payment, you could not buy things under government services. But if you have got the expert who can deal with it within a specific time, it means that we can clear that problem. And we have got also on the daily basis, they are called the DOS, the denial of service system. We have got something like that one, that it can be replaced daily. For you to do cybersecurity is not a must you get to be employed by the government or anyone. It can be a side hustle, and you may even assist yourself. Maybe even if you are employed, you can even go in some extent getting whereby you can attach yourself with some institutions, whereby you can be able to assist them to protect your data. So this field is wide, and we need more people to join us so that we can make sure our data is safe.
Wonderful. So, as you've said, it's not limited to employment. You're not limited to employment. Like I know Glory is a freelance. Are you also a freelance, or you're working for a company?
Okay, I personally, I just did this course, and before doing the course, first of all, I did research myself. I had some people who are doing this one, and these people are assisting a certain company I cannot mention to protect their data. So personally, individually, I am not employed by the institution or any other company, but I do it on a daily basis. Because you know, cybersecurity does not need for you to be employed. And in fact, what I would like to encourage you, it is good to work as a side hustler more than being employed. Because you find that you are dealt with many things rather than being in one position. It will just make you not achieve whatever you want.
Limits you.
So in cybersecurity, it's not a must you employed. If you are employed, well and good. But if you are getting to be employed also, can you liaise with the type of employer so that you can be able to medicate and get where you need.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, I want to come to what are the career for one to study for this. Glory, what do you need to study for? Does it take 4 years to study? What exactly do you need to do?
Okay, so okay, I don't think you need like a 4 year, because most of the things nimejifunza ni zile unaenda unajisomea. But the career I did mathematics and computer science. So we had some units for the cybersecurity, and then sasa ile unajituma unaongezea whatever you're taught in class. Yeah. And I was fortunate to get a scholarship to continue doing cybersecurity, and they helped me have access to materials that Cisco has and their environment on doing the cybersecurity tasks. Yes.
Okay. So it's not, you don't have to go for
No.
4 years.
You don't have to. YouTube iko
You just
like
Uh-huh.
niwe tu jitume.
Okay, but
Yeah.
how do you get the certification?
Certification, most of these companies like Cisco, you have to pay for the certification, which I think it's a good investment
Okay.
if you need it.
How long does it take for one? If I want to add that to what I have, because from what you're saying, what's both of you are saying, you know, you can do that together with something else.
Yes.
So how long does it take for one to get a certification?
Oh, well, it depends on what area of cybersecurity that you are venturing into. But less than 1 year, you're ready to go.
Okay.
Yes.
That's quite practical. I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Okay. In addition to that, I think she has explained so well that cybersecurity, for professionalism, you can take it in a university and a course. You can take it in any institution. But these days they have reduced. If you are very well and you have got that passion to do the cybersecurity, the way she has told you, we have got the Cisco Academy, whereby there is even an application you can download in there. You can download it in the Play Store and then install. After that, we have got many courses, not only cybersecurity. We have got the data science, the computer science, information technology. Just under the technology, everything under this world of technology. So once you have got that application, there is a guide, how you can read. You have got introduction as you go, and it depends on time that you have. So it depends also on your determination and the focus. So you can do that course within, like, let's say 2 months, 3 months. You have got 6 months, but please give yourself time so that you can be able to understand the essence. And for a person who has done programming like coding, that one's a person who can take less time. Okay. Because, you know, some of us, we develop systems. We are good at developing system programming. We are good at coding. But now, when you release now that information to the air, there is where it become a problem. Because we lack dictators who can detect if there is an attack. So I think on a matter of learning etc., if you are doing an additional course to yourself, it may take roughly 6 months or 1 year, but give yourself time so that you can understand well. You don't need to rush.
Okay.
Give yourself time.
So it's a self-paced learning.
Yeah. For Cisco, the way I've been told, you just learn. If learning is free, but now when it comes to certification, is when now you pay for a certain amount, but it's not so expensive.
So you do an exam to get the certification.
You do the exam. Yes, the exam is online, and then after doing the exam, after every module, I think it is from module 1 to around module 10 at the moment. It depends also on what you are doing, if it is certificate or if it is a diploma or if you are doing a degree.
Okay.
All those categories are located inside the Cisco Academy.
All right.
Yes.
That's quite interesting. I hope this is enlightening to you, our viewer, because if you're wondering, you can't, you know, maybe afford a whole 4-year course in the university, then you can definitely take this one if you're passionate about it, right? And someone might ask, does one need to be a guru in IT tech? Because, you know, this is the field under tech, so someone might feel intimidated, like, hey, I would want to lakini. Maybe I'm not a techie. I'm not that kind of a person. So what? Yeah.
that's another misconception. Eti unafaa ujue coding to do cyber security. Like most of the IT or tech courses, unaambiwa lazima ujue kucode in order for you to study them. Usually, I would say, if you have the will to learn, you are able to work under pressure maybe. Because cybersecurity, you have to be able to work under pressure. Juu kampuni kihakiwa na wewe ni mtu wa cybersecurity, utaanza kupanic hapo. No way. Okay. So you have to understand pia your personalities or how you are as a person. Yeah. Juu it can be such a bad career for someone who doesn't like pressure.
Okay.
Yes.
So hii ni ile, yeah, truly, can you work under pressure? Isi ile unasemanga tu, yes, I can work under pressure just because of, just for the sake of it. You actually need to know that you can.
Yeah.
All right. So it doesn't need someone who's, IT kind of. So what does it, if you were to give, just to ask you, if you were to give basic overview of the expectation for this particular course on cybersecurity, you know, what is an overview of the expectation for someone in the course? Like, what are you likely to learn?
Okay. On the overview of learning this cybersecurity as a course, first of all, let me caption whatever she told us, that you don't need to have to know programming or coding in order for you to do. Yes, I support that. You know, people are on different things. And you find these days, even those ones who are in the CBE system, in high, those ones are grade 10, grade 9, these people are good script writers. They can do coding, they can do programming. But now the problem is that whereby you find like these people, we know that these people are on fear of doing this course because of one thing. They think that it is all about the programming. So I want to tell you, where you are and you're listening to me, it does not matter. You can always know. And you know, the more you interact with these now cybersecurity, the units or the substance, is now you'll come to understand it better.
Okay.
So the overview is that if you're learning or you're aspiring to be a cybersecurity expert, or you're learning to do it in yourself, please just go ahead. The future is always bright. The market is always readable. But please, you must confirm before, because if you are trusted and given a system, they tell you, please do this and this. You have to prove that it is possible. So sometimes it is good to have just that basic knowledge in order so that you can be able to explain yourself and articulate your words properly. So the basic knowledge is very important.
So you have to know computer literacy, basic, you know, just know how to operate systems and stuff. You don't have to be a guru and all that, developer and all that, but just have basic tech knowledge. Okay, that is amazing. Now I want to ask a different question before to divert a bit before we come to a close on this. You spoke about data security, and we know very well that we have the Data Protection Act in Kenya and everything, but the things that happened. So over the weekend, we had the story of the Russian guy trending, and how he used videos of Kenyan girls, specifically in Kenya because we're in Kenya. The Kenyan girls put out their faces out there without consent, and of course, which is wrong because they have not ascribed to that. So how does, are you in a position to tell us how the Data Protection Act protects us as Kenyan citizens against the international offenders?
Okay, thank you. I think on what happened last, and I think it is trending in Kenya, and about the Russian man. First of all, what I would like to inform you is that in Kenya today, we have got what is called the freedom of social media. But that freedom, it has gone to an extent whereby some of us, leaking of information, like leaking of our data. For you to find an information somewhere, it must be done by somebody. So, for example, the government, a person leaking information about a government meaning there is a person who is just employee of the government who can give out that information. So now, when it comes to us now, when you want to provide now that security, it becomes hard for us. Like, for example, in the Data Security Act, you will find that what happened to the Russia guy, all the information, once just you post at once, you just find that it is online, it is all over. But the only thing we can assist is that, please, whenever we are, let us have some privacy, and please, before posting, because you see, even today, these all things we are doing today, you saw the other time, the American government, through President Trump, what said? That for you, before you get outside, we must vet you on the social media. So what I can tell you is this. Sometimes for us, we cannot go beyond to protect that. But sometimes let us have some humanity, because at the end of the day, all these things will cost you. And because now the America, the one saying we shall vet you on the social media, and I can tell you, to be honest, nothing you can delete on your phone or on your social media to be deleted. Everything is stored in the server.
It never forgets.
It never forgets. They'll retrieve everything. The day you'll go for the interview, even you'll just be like embarrassed. Because everything is recorded in the accounts. So what I can tell you, please, before you post or you do anything, the only thing for us we can do, we can hide or we can delete, but under a certain authority, if you have been given authority to do so. But with this social media in Kenya today, the way we have, before you delete it, when it has gone to some extent whereby everybody has it.
Yeah.
So please, on some extent, for us, we can protect the data. We can be able to do a follow-up in order to see where did this person leak this data. Do you know today when I post something that is irrelevant, do you know I can be traced and they can find that this is the person who started posting it. It is very easy because these devices we have today, they are located, and we have got something known as the IP addresses.
Yeah.
We are located at different locations, and they can do a follow-up in order so that they can substitute and be able to do an act upon them. So please, for us in data security, the only thing we do, we protect that system against the attacks. We have got the digital attacks. We have got the people who are mitigating through your system. We can be able to provide that security. Now, when it comes to now that information, it is now acted upon by different
entity.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, fair enough. As we close, I just want to ask Glory, since we started with all these matters on cybersecurity, maybe you can tell us some of the simple cybersecurity habits that one should practice every day, while using the online space.
Okay, number one, avoid ignorance. I think man's greatest sin is being ignorant. Now, okay, when you're signing in, maybe come up on nje, that is your data, you're living there. Just ask, what are you going to do with this data that I'm giving you? Then ensure you're doing regular backups. Either it's on your phone or your computer, and ensure you don't, it's still ignorance. You don't have to share everything with everyone, hata kama you trust them as much as juu wanaweza enda kupeana hizo personal details somewhere else and they forget, right?
Okay.
Yes. Also ensure that you back up. You ensure you're always resetting your passwords, and we have given you a criteria of how to set strong passwords. So yes.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And even for your time. I want to ask you finally, as we close, what is that one advice you would give our viewer who wants to venture into this particular career of a cybersecurity expert?
Okay, first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you. And first of the one, let me capture on this one. Kindly please where you are. You know, these days the technology has improved, whereby we have got the Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi all over. When I was coming, I checked in somebody's status, and I saw that people talking about, they have just cornered me, everything. So kindly please First of all, what I would like to tell you, this internet today, you are connecting the Wi-Fi, etc. Please, if you are using the transaction or mobile banking, please avoid the public Wi-Fi, because we have got people who are at work. For example, here where we are today, people are seated differently for different tasks. And what I would like to tell these people, kindly please, you see whatever it is happening today, we are losing a lot of resources, we are losing a lot of money, we're using a lot of things that are meant to do other priorities. So kindly please, I will love to tell everyone, if you are at home or that student, we are willing to do that cyber security, please do it and come assist us in the field so that we can be able to protect and save whatever we have.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very
your
much.
Right.
Yeah?
It's your right to ask. Maybe you can go to Safaricom, ask them, please delete all my data. That's your right.
Okay.
And they are not authorized to give it out to anyone unless it's a court order.
Yes.
So you can approach any person holding your data, whichever
Yes.
company, big company or whoever, and get them to delete your data. So do not fear. It's as your right. It is in the law. Thank you very much, the two of you, for coming and sharing this amazing insights with us. So we have had a talk with Glory Njeru and Newton Masai, both cybersecurity specialists, and they have been shedding light on, you know, what cybersecurity is and what careers, how the space is if you want to venture into this career. So I hope you've gained something from this. If you have talked to us on our social media, the hashtag remains to be Y in the Morning at Y254 channel. My personal handle is at Stephanie Ayeta. So let's keep the conversation going. And now that it's actually time to close, I just want to appreciate you for staying with us all the way till 10 a.m. from 7 a.m. On behalf of the crew, we wish you a lovely day ahead. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.